Hello, everybody. There are 7 of you watching. All right. Um, Today I am doing just a update on what's happening in town. I want to start doing this on the regular, but we'll see, because frequently there's not a lot of things happening in town. This is supposed to just be a 5-minute update, so let's get going. Um, Flags at Town Hall and all district buildings are still at half-mast. Um, they will be at half-mast for another 8 days. The district has decided to keep them at half-mast for 30 days after the events. Yesterday I talked about the trades trailer and how it should be arriving either yesterday or today. But every time I went by the school, I didn't see anything. Turns out I was going by the wrong school. The trailer is actually parked down by the secondary school and waiting there until they get it all prepared. Hoodies. I am not wearing mine today. I figured I would wash it after wearing it for 4 days straight, 5 days straight. Yeah, so it's in the wash. Now, yesterday, oh, hang on, I've even got an illustration. Yesterday, I went down there and they were working on getting the new batch ready. This is Carmen and Curtis doing the heat transfers. There are probably close to 1,000 hoodies that need to be done. So don't expect those to be done, today or anything. They are still planning on going live kind of this weekend, whether that means Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I don't know. And I am not the person to ask. So if you want a extra small ladies hoodies, I am not the person to ask. You can talk to the TR Day Society. They're the people leading the fundraiser. Or you can, if you don't live in town and you want a hoodie mailed to you, you can talk to the Johnny Malcolm Foundation. But again, I don't think those details have been quite worked out, or at least they haven't been made public. When they go public, I will let you know. But hoodies, more hoodies, yes, they are in the process. There is a figure skating carnival this weekend. And yay! I sent a note off to the district yesterday just asking for some clarification about rules around media in the building. And as of today, media are allowed back in the building. So I can go in and take pictures of hockey and stuff like that. They still ask that media doesn't go where people are getting counseling, and so I'm going to avoid the foyer, but I'm going to be able to go take pictures of figure skating as well as the hockey practice tonight, which is my next thing that you need to know. The figure skating, or sorry, the under 18 midgets team is having a practice tonight. This is the last practice before they go off to a tournament this weekend. It's the banner tournament. It's in Fort St. John. And, the midgets have been doing really well this year, so there's a good chance that they will take the banner. You can take and go to the practice tonight at 7:45 is an open practice, and Coach Monty invites y'all to come down there and cheer the team on as they practice. Avalanche's conditions, for those of you who like to get out into the backcountry, are currently moderate. What does that mean? Well, if you want to know, Avalanche Canada is in town tomorrow night at 242 Brew. It's a free event for anybody who likes to play in the backcountry at winter. Learn how to stay safe out there. I forgot to write down the time. I think it's at 6:30, but if you really want to know, ask. Uh, two more things. One, I have been getting some requests asking for. I've been getting some requests asking for more copies of the paper. I don't know if there are any copies of the paper out there. I delivered them all to either the businesses downtown, uh, or to we delivered to everybody's houses. I also sent a bunch to people who asked for them who live out of town. So you, if you want additional copies, let me know sooner rather than later. Tomorrow I am distributing the next edition, which means that if there are any of the previous editions still kicking around at any of the places like the town hall or the hotels or the visitor information center, I will grab them and put them aside. And if anybody wants an additional copy or didn't get one, contact me. Let's see. Yes. Oh, and for all of you, I know one of the favorite things for a lot of people about the paper is that it gives them fire starter. Please don't use last issue as a fire starter. I've actually got a big pile over by my stove. If you need paper to start a fire, let me know. I can get you some. Last person who got some gave me like a big donation. So just, not trying to tell you that you need to toss me money to get old copies of the paper so that you have fire starter, but if you want old copies of paper for fire starter and you were to toss me some money, that would go a long way. Let's see, one last thing. This this showed up in my mailbox yesterday from the Gavins, from Sherry and Bruce Gavin. Sherry actually, just as I was about to go live, sent me a note saying, I hope the weighted blanket arrived and is to your liking. Knowing you, you'll give it to someone who needs it more than you, but it was the closest thing to a hug we could think of. I was trying to figure out why a weighted blanket just suddenly randomly showed up, because my wife had actually been looking at getting a weighted blanket like a week ago and had added one to her Amazon shopping cart, and then took it out. And I thought, well, maybe it was on her wish list and somebody like looked at the wish list. But yes, thank you, Sherry. Oh, this is nice and heavy. I'm not a big weighted blanket person, but my wife is, so she will definitely be enjoying this. Other than that, back to the standard announcements. The newspaper, if you want to subscribe, we delivered them to your homes last weekend, or last issue, but that was a one-off. If you want to get the paper delivered, we ask that you make a contribution that would allow us to actually afford to pay our delivery beast. You can make whatever contribution you want, but somewhere around $3.50, it basically covers the cost of producing that paper, which is not only just the printing cost, but also my wages, never mind. But also the cost to hire a delivery person. So if you want to donate $3.50, patreon.com/Tumbler Ridge Lines, or just toss me money when you see me walking down the street. And we can arrange to have home delivery. It winds up being around $80, $82, $83, $85 is for a year. Let's see, was there anything else? I'm sure there was other things that I wanted to talk about. Joanne, thank you for thanking me. It was my pleasure to get the papers out. It felt I hired, or I enlisted a couple people to help me, but I was out there, not up where you live, but on the middle bench delivering it home, because it felt like what's it? Oh, there's a word for it and it's escaping me, but it's the service that people do as part of their moral obligation. It's a Catholic word that's escaping my brain at the moment, but just, it felt like it was something that I needed to do, was to get out there and like actually deliver the paper to people. So I'm glad that at least some of you were pleased to have a copy of last issue. Again, if you want a copy of this issue, then you're going to have to pay or pick it up for free downtown. There, I set up the paper because I didn't want there to be any barrier to the news. I didn't want, you have to pay to get the paper. No, I didn't want anything like that. I wanted the paper to be freely available, but if you wanted to support me in my quest to bring the news to Tumbler Ridge, you could make a contribution. You could help pay my wages. You could, there's so many little things. If you wanted to help with heating the house, and you had a extra load of wood that you wanted to drop by, and call that payment for the year for delivery of the paper, that would be amazing. If there's just little things like that, it doesn't need to be cash. If you want to borrow, barter, beg, steal, no, don't steal, that would be bad. But just wanted to figure out ways to support the paper that isn't necessarily financial. Yeah, there are some ways. And I said this was going to be 5 minutes. We're just about at 15. I'm going to work at not yammering on so much. Oh, the toque. If you're wondering why I'm wearing the toque, it's because I was supposed to get my hair cut this week and have not. So at some point in time, I'm going to get my hair cut. I'm going to trim the beard, and then we'll be won't need the toque, which is good because sometime in the next 2 or 3 months, winter is going to end, and I won't need a toque. Anyways, that's your news for today. I will toss some news on for tomorrow. If you're watching this, even after the fact, let me know, would you prefer me doing these updates in the morning or in the evening? Like, here's what's happening tomorrow in Tumbler Ridge, or would you prefer me going live in the morning, even if it's after 9? So, all right, talk to y'all later. Hi, Melissa. Bye.